Hiya, welcome to Darren in the studio. Thanks for swinging by for another video. And because it's Halloween, I thought we'd bring you some spooks, ghouls, goblins, monsters, and all that kind of stuff. And they're just the new subscribers. Anyway, what are we talking about this time round? It is Halloween. So I thought what I'd do is I'd go through the collection and pick out some items which have a Halloween kind of flavour to them. And you'll see what I mean, as always, as we go along. 10 items, although the first item, there's a few things within what I'm going to block as one item, if that's okay. You'll see what I mean in a moment. First, thanks, of course, to all the new subscribers. If you like what you see on these videos, then do like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, tell your mates, all that kind of stuff, because it really helps the channel along, hoping to get up to 500 subscribers by the end of 2023. That would be absolutely superb. So you know the drill. So it's Halloween, and I thought we'd start. These are all in alphabetical order of artist, apart from the first one. And I thought, because it's Halloween, you can't really do Halloween without, I think, the king of Halloween, the ultimate vampire. Of course, we're talking Dracula. And as a kid, I was absolutely fascinated with Dracula. And I guess I still am, really. And I used to have books and all sorts of things. So I thought the first thing I would show to you is a cassette. This is, and like I said, Dracula is going to be all in one. Okay, so we've got some Dracula themed things. So when I say I've got 10 items, these Dracula things are all going to be associated as one thing. This is from 1984. This is an audio cassette. Dracula by Bram Stoker. It's not a spoken book, if you like. It's a radio dramatization of the book. It's like a radio play on 2 cassettes, like that. It's on the Argo label, 1984. Approximately 3 hours long. Of course, a lot of stuff that came out with Dracula and still does today, they don't stick completely to the book because the book is much longer than most dramatizations of Dracula have ever been. So this is from 1984, a radio play on tape of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Next up, another cassette, jumping 4 years ahead of that one. This is 1988. This is one of my favourite things in my collection because I remember buying this and I'm so chuffed to bits that I've still got it. Again, it's Dracula by Bram Stoker, written by Michael Hordern, who was famous really for narrating the Paddington Bear series, but it was also a distinguished British actor. Dracula. Again, it's on 2 audio tapes. This is on the Hamlin Books on Tape. Dracula, Bram Stoker. Still love listening to these today. Next up, we're going to 1992. I always thought that Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula was a great film. As far as I was concerned, it was the best of the Draculas that was made up until that time. And I would go as far as to say that I don't think anybody's ever come close to beating it. This is the 1992 soundtrack album to Bram Stoker's Dracula, Music by Washkat Kailar. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, somebody will punish me in the comments. I know they will. And if you've got your favourite Dracula recordings, then do let me know. Soundtrack album 1992. Washkat Kailar, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Beautiful music on this. It's also got a great track at the end. Love Song for a Vampire. Performed and written by Annie Lennox. Soundtrack album from 1992 of the film. Next up, we're staying with that particular film, the 1992 remake of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and it's this. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Now, a lot of you will know exactly what this is, but some of you won't. This is not vinyl. This is this double disc, the double laser disc of the original release of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Francis Ford Coppola, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Anthony Hopkins, Keanu Reeves. What struck me the most about this particular release is nowhere, absolutely nowhere on this jacket, anywhere, does it mention this guy, Washkat Kailar, who wrote all the music. Absolutely just isn't featured on it, and I don't know why. Maybe someone will let me know. Beautiful presentation, I think you'll agree. I mean, look at that. It's absolutely superb. Really beautiful pictures. And you want to see one of the discs? Of course you do. This is the first time I've ever shown one of me laser discs on these videos. I'll show it to you now. How do you think about that? There you go. Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula on Laserdisc. Side 3, and then side 4, it just says on it, program material has been recorded on the other side. 3-sided DVD. Not DVD, a big DVD, a Laserdisc. How do you think about that? Beautiful, right? But like I said, the author of the music, the composer of the music, is not mentioned anywhere on the jacket of this particular release. Next up, we're talking music now. We're going into the bands. Somebody that I think epitomizes Halloween when it comes to music. We're talking Alice Cooper. This is my very favourite Alice Cooper album. And I also think that this album is scary, but also it didn't sort of, how can I put it, slap you in the face with skulls and demons and devils and things like that. It was very subtle, which Halloween can be all about. Halloween could be sort of funny, scary, weird, loving, you know what I mean? It's got everything on it, Halloween. This is Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare, 1975. This is the reissue on Friday's Music label, 180 gram reissue. This came out in 2010, originally from 1975, of course. I've got about 4 or 5 different variations of Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. It is my favourite Alice Cooper album. The reason I've chosen this in my Halloween thing is because, like I say, it's sort of it was just very subtly scary and a real sort of nightmare. You know, you really went on the journey with Alice, and I love the back of this, you know what, with the spider and stuff like that. But inside takes up what would have been the inside sleeve, and again you get the spider represented on there as well, and Alice looking particularly spooky there. But what a beautiful artwork as well, with all the bugs surrounding Alice there. Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare, the ultimate showman, I think, when it comes to Halloween. Next up, we're staying with Alice, and we're going very, very Halloween. Now that album, like I said, was pretty subtle when it came to Halloween, right? This is Alice being totally unsubtle about Halloween and absolutely throwing it straight into your fizzog, you know what I'm saying? Straight into your face. This is a nice little 7-inch single, which I understand is quite a rare thing, but I didn't pick it up for very much money. And if you get it now on eBay, it goes for like hundreds of pounds. This is Keeping Halloween Alive. This came out in 2010. This is a nice little 7-inch single. This particular track did not appear on any of Alice's albums. Great little 7-inch single. This, if you get a chance to pick this up, then I would strongly suggest that you do so, because not only is it worth a lot of money, it's a really great single, and it's actually one of those, it's printed on vinyl that actually glows in the dark, but because, you know, we've got the lights on, and I think it needs to be exposed to the light for some time before it'll glow in the dark. Beautiful bespoke labels as well. Alice Cooper, Keeping Halloween Alive, 365 is the lyric. 2010, nice little 7-inch single. Love it. Carrying on with Halloweeny things, here's a really scary album cover for you. And this band, another band that should never be ignored at Halloween, and brought back to life a little bit recently on the Wednesday Addams Netflix series, The Cramps. Of course, this is the Off the Bone album. This is the 3D version of it. 1983 on the Illegal Records label. Of course, this does feature the song that was featured on the Wednesday Addams Netflix series, Goo Goo Muck. Great little song, great little band. Loved me a bit of The Cramps. Off the Bone from 1983, very scary. Next up, getting very, very scary, and we sort of harking back a little bit to Dracula, who is the ultimate vampire, right? Of course. This is Girl School. This album came out in 1988. This album's called Take a Bite. Good little album, this. Got some really great tracks on this. They do a version of The Sweet Fox on the Run on here. One of the songs on here, and I can't remember which one it is, I think was written by Lemmy from Motorhead. Head Over Heels on here was written by Lemmy, just for Girl School. Take That. This is on the GWR label, 1988. Love me a bit of Girl School. Take a Bite. Next up, as we celebrate Halloween, talking of vampires and all that kind of stuff, let's get the skeleton back in shot. There we go. These are the Hollywood vampires. Alice Cooper, Johnny Depp. Who's the other guy on it? Joe Perry, of course, Tommy Hendrickson, and a host of others. This is their second album, 2019. This is Rise. Nice depiction of a vampire in there. Looks a little bit like Mr. Barlow, doesn't it, from Salem's Lot, which is one of my favourite films of all time anyway. This was the rock album of the year, according to a lot of the publications that reviewed it. Good album, this, actually. One of my favourite tracks on here is the Boogeyman Surprise. Mr. Spider is superb. I think this is some of Alice's strongest writings, along with the others, of course. Hollywood Vampires. I think they're on the inside. Are they on the inside? Yeah, there you are. Rise is the album. Continuing with our Halloween theme, you can't have Halloween without a great big kiss, right? Of course. From 1978. This is one of the 4 solo albums. Of course, it's Gene Simmons. This is a nice little 1978 German pressing. This is probably around the 80s, 82, 83, when this was repressed. Got the nice sort of German logo. A lot of people, including a lot of Kiss fans, don't like the German logo, but I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Gene Simmons, 1978, his solo album. Love this artwork. I wish I could say the guy's name who painted them. Cover painting, Araldo Coriugatti. Araldo Coriugatti did the artwork. Gene Simmons, what a superb Halloween picture that is. Next up, another king of Halloween, if you could add numerous kings. We're talking Ozzy Osbourne. This is Ozzy's 1986 album, The Ultimate Sin. It's incredible artwork there. Ozzy Osbourne's Ultimate Sin. This is a nice little 1986 original pressing, produced by Ron Nevison, who was the guy that produced a lot of those, a lot of people would say sugary rock, you know, sort of did Crazy Nights and did a lot of the heart stuff as well that was very popular. Great little rock producer. Ozzy Osbourne, The Ultimate Sin. Very Halloween. Next up, from England, from the UK, from here. This is an album from 1982 on the RCA label. And I think the singer sadly passed away, if not this year, a couple of years ago. This is Spider. Very Halloween, very scary. Rock and Roll Gypsies is the album. The cover of this album is absolutely trashed, but the vinyl itself is really, really nice. Plays really nice. Rock and Roll Gypsies, 1982, on the RCA label. The guy that sadly passed away was Cole Harkness, sorry. And there he is. There's Cole, just here. Sadly passed away a couple of years ago. Spider, especially for Halloween. Last, but certainly not least, another band which is always popular at Halloween. And this album also features Alice Cooper. So we're sort of like going in full circle. This is from 1985. This is Twisted Sister. Do you remember this? This is Come Out and Play. This is an original 1985 pressing with the very scary Lift Up thing there. You see that? With Dee Snider. This features the track Be Cruel to Your School, which was the song that got banned on MTV. And it was the first song that Alice Cooper did coming out of what he calls his blackout period. And first song to feature Alice Cooper in a good few years. And he's featured on the video along with Twisted Sister. And MTV banned it, and that was like them sort of saying, yeah, Alice, you're back. And great song, great album. I always liked me a bit of Twisted Sister. Come Out and Play from 1985. That's it. We hope that you've enjoyed our trip through some scary Halloween stuff. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification and all that kind of stuff, because we love it when you get involved. And honestly, if you leave a message on any of the videos, I will try my very, very best to reply to them, certainly sort of like them. And like I say, do leave your comments and views in the section below, because it helps me along with the videos, gives me ideas of what to do and stuff like that. And we always look forward to getting together for videos, chatting about this and that. So like I say, do like, subscribe, hit the bell and all that kind of stuff. And most of all, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, especially at this Halloween. And we'll see you soon for another video. Sweet dreams.